Welcome, my name is Kayode. On this channel I teach about how to make money, grow your money and investment. Today I want to speak to you about how to multiply your money or how to double the money in your hand. But before I speak about that today, I want to please remind you to subscribe to this channel so you will regularly get notifications about the videos that we will be producing regularly, almost every day. And please turn on the notification bell and please spread this, share this video to everyone on your contact list. Have you ever wondered how you can grow your money or how you can multiply the money you have? Any income that you don't invest will diminish, no matter how huge that money is. If you put your money in saving, you will not get so much return. If you put it under your mattress, that money will diminish. If you put it in an underground, the money will not multiply. So the best way to multiply the money in your hand is to put it in a profitable investment. Now, in determining the return you get on an investment, there are three factors that you need to consider. Number one, the level of risk. Number two, time factor. Number three, the vehicle you are using to invest. So I take the first, risk factor. This is very important. The higher your risk, the higher your return. The lower your risk, the lower your return. So you will have to determine whether you want a higher return, you want a very higher return within a short time, then you must be prepared to take a great risk. If you want a lower return, then you have to contend with a very low risk. Now, the second factor is time. The amount of time that you put in, the amount of time you are able to wait will also determine the rate of return on your investment. Take for example, most scams, most Ponzi schemes, they have short time of investment, but because the risk is high, the return is also high, but it has a great risk. You will not even get your money. The third factor is the vehicle that you are using to invest. In other words, the types of investment that you choose eventually. That also determines what you get in return. In determining the amount of time it will take you to double your money, there's what is universally called the rule of 72. The rule of 72. The rule of 72 is a computation or calculation that gives you the amount of time or the length of time it will take you to double your money over a given investment. So in other words, when you want to know the time it will take you, you simply divide the rate of return by 72. Let's say you want to know the amount of time that it will take you for an investment that you will get 4% return. This is what you do. You divide 72 by 4%. Now let's determine how many years or time it will take you to get that return. So you simply do this: 72 divide by 4%. 18. It gives you 18. Now, so it will take you 18 years to double that money on that particular investment. 18 years. So you just simply divide the rate of return, the percentage, by 72. Now, so if you want to shorten the number of years from 18, now that means that you must be prepared to take a higher risk. And that means you will go for a shorter term of investment. So the risk will be high. Now, when the risk is high, then of course your rate of return may also be high. But the security of your money is not guaranteed. So, in doubling any money or anything, you have to consider these three critical factors: time, risk, and then the vehicle of investment. So, the higher the risk, the higher the rate of return. The lower the risk, the lower the rate of return. And then the time, you must be, if you are not prepared to wait that long, then you must be able to bear great risk. And then finally, the kind of vehicle you use, in other words, the nature, the type of investment you put your money in will also determine the rate of return or the yield that you get from that investment. So this is very, very important. Another factor which is very important in doubling your money is that you have to be educated. You must have good knowledge of the things you are investing on. That's how to double your money. You have to be educated. You must have sufficient knowledge on what you are investing. Don't depend on the knowledge of someone else. Or don't say, oh no, I'm giving it to an investment advisor. No. You yourself must be sufficiently enlightened, educated. Warren Buffett said, don't ever invest on the things that you don't know about. Another thing that will help you in multiplying your money or the money on your investment is that it is usually better to invest when every investor is running away. In other words, you must be able to invest when the economy is down, when the economy is in a bad state. You must be able to invest when the economy is in recession. And this is what the rich do. This is what the rich people do. And this is what has always made them richer. When everybody is leaving the market, that is the time they stay put. That is the time they stay. That is the time they buy. When everybody is selling their equities, that is the time they rush to buy it. So they buy at cheaper rate and they sell high. If you want to double your money, then you have to put your money on an investment, buy low and then sell high. Whether on stocks, whether on goods, you must be able to buy at a cheaper rate and then you sell at a higher rate. But it will involve time in most cases. To involve time. Then another key that will also determine how far that you can double your money is that you must diversify. You have to diversify your investment. Because if you do not diversify, if one investment that you have put all your money in crashes, you crash with it and you may never recover. So you must learn to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. I've suffered this, I've experienced this, and I paid for it dearly. Don't put all your investment, all your money in one instrument of investment. I want to suggest to you right now some investment that you can do to double your money legitimately. Number one, buy low and sell high. Buy low and sell high. Whatever commodity, whatever you can get, buy at a cheaper rate. Ensure the cost is very, very low, and then sell high at the time that you'll be able to make great return. For example, one of the things you can do is to get some electronics, designer shoes, designer clothing, clean them up, and then put them on eBay listing and sell. Also, you can buy some equities, either income dividend investing or stocks. You buy low, particularly in this global economic crisis where people are selling their equities. This is the time for you to move in to double your money by buying those equities that investors are running away from. They are selling. They are afraid that this may take long. Now you buy those things, be patient for a time, and then when the market picks up, then you sell at a higher rate. And if I more than double, you get the rate of it. But you must be very, very patient. All over human history, there has always been up and down, up and down. The market has always gone up and it has always gone down. But for those who are patient, they always reap greater return on investment. One other thing that you can do, which is very, very, which has a low risk, one of the best, is to invest in real estate. This has very, very low risk. To double your money, invest in real estate. You can buy a property, you can buy a mortgage, and when you have finished paying the mortgage, you can sell it and you get a double or more than double for your investment. And one way to also do that is when you get a mortgage and you get a property, now you rent that property out and you can still be staying in a portion, in an apartment there. You are getting the money from a tenant to pay your mortgage, and also you are also staying in that side of that side of the house, and that takes care of your spending. So you are not spending money. So the money that you are using to pay for rent somewhere else, you can use that money to pay your mortgage. And over some time, by the time you finish the mortgage, you can sell the property and you will have reaped over 200% or more. Lastly, to multiply your money, you can start businesses. No matter how small, businesses. But you know, patience is involved here. So you must be patient. Anything that you are not patient about, that is scam or Ponzi scheme. And there is great risk there. So you can start a business on your own. There are so many businesses, and not just one. There are so many businesses that you can start. But you must be able to do a visibility study and be sure of the kind of business that you want to do. Before you start, please ensure that you have adequate knowledge of the thing you are going through. You are going to spend time knowing, studying, understanding people, investigating about that particular business. Find out about the good side of it, the bad side of it. Consult with people who are leaders in that industry. Consult with people, ask them questions. What are the 10 things that I need to do to get to where you are? What are the 10 things that I must not do to fail? Speak to at least 5 people in that same industry before you invest your money. And then after hearing that, you'll be able to know whether you could go in to invest. You could do so many things, and you must be sure that you put in your best so that your money will be working for you even while you are sleeping. Your money will be working for you. So these are some ways by which you can multiply the money in your hand. But in order to do this effectively, you must be patient. Time is involved here. Remember, risk is involved here. And then the vehicle that you are using to invest. I believe that if you put all of this into practice, you'll be able to multiply the little money in your hand. Finally, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, and turn on the notification bell. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next video.